All right, number 3. Let's look at this one. We think it has a hole, and that's why we're doing this problem. So it does have a hole. We are convinced it has a hole. Factor the top. Again, got to be able to factor. And if you factor correctly, it does have a hole. So, but don't consider the hole until you get to it in the process. Some people marked out the x plus 2's and they forget to include it in the domain because they marked it out. So we ask these in the order we do for a reason, to help you out. So x can't be negative 2, x can't be 1, and sure enough, negative 2 is a hole. But how do I get the y coordinate of the hole?
You plug it in.
You plug it in. If you know the x coordinate, you can plug it in to get the y coordinate. So I'm going to plug it into what's left. Don't plug it into the original. You'll end up with 0 over 0. Plug it into what's left. Hey, that's nice. That's rare that the whole works out to be a nice number. Vertical asymptote would be the factors that don't cancel. So x equals 1. Is it Bobo or Bots or Eats DC? Eats DC. The exponents are the same. And you'll notice you can look at the original or the reduced. They're both Eats DC. And the DC is 3 in both, so it doesn't really matter which one you look at. But my answer is not just 3. I'll take off a point if you put 3. Y equals 3. Which means there's no slant. Make sure you say that if there's not a slant. Y-intercepts means set x equal to 0. Well, 3 times 0 is 0. 0 over doesn't matter is going to be 0. And that does mean the x-intercept is going to be 0. But if you're not sure, plug 0 in for y and see what happens. Because it's the origin, so it's an x and a y-intercept. Or most people don't notice that and they just work the problem like normal and say x-intercept means y equals 0. Oh, sure enough, x equals 0. That's kind of good news, bad news. It's easy that it's 1, but then when it comes to the graph, we've only got 1 point instead of 2. So we may have to do a table of values to get some more points on that. All right, a hole at negative 2, 2. Again, an open circle there. Vertical asymptote at x equals 1. A horizontal asymptote at y equals 3. And our intercept, 0, 0. I feel really good about the left-hand side of this graph. I got 2 points to work with. The right-hand side, I have nothing, so I definitely need to do a table of values for that side. Got a preference? Do 4. Wait, no, that's too far out there. Let's do 2. Again, usually 1 away gets you a good answer. Further away, you sometimes run into fractions. So I'm going to do 2. I can plug it into either, but once you cancel the whole, you can use the sort of reduced polynomial for everything else. So I'm going to use the reduced one with 2. So I get 6. It's probably good enough.
Maybe.
Did anybody try any other points? Points? And what did you get if you plugged in 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice little graph there. So, again, lots of stuff going on. 3 of those on the test, worth 20 points each. Just make sure you get as many of the points as you can.
How many graphs